Good morning. Welcome to Gaming Insight Daily for Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. I'm Steve Saylor. This is your daily show of gaming news, accessibility news, or updates about my life. I actually have hot caramel coffee today in my Minions mug. Decided to change it up a little bit. Instead of iced coffee, just gotta go with just regular coffee, and it's pretty good. One thing I do like about my Keurig machine, I don't use it often because I mostly, again, just use iced coffee. The Keurig machine basically, it kind of puts it kind of keeps the water at a pretty good temperature. It's not too hot, not too not kind of going into more of the cold side, but it's just right. Like when you take your first sip, it's just, yeah, it's a perfect temperature. All right. Nothing really much housekeeping. I do have a few reviews that I'm currently working on, but I don't have any release dates as of yet. So I'm basically just kind of working on them as I can. Yeah, I think for if you would just want yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, basically, you know, the drill. There's stevesaylor.store if you want to be able to buy some merch. If you want to be able to follow me on Twitch, I've been streaming. I stream it pretty much Monday to Thursday, every single week, every single Monday to Thursday from 10:30 to 1:30 every morning, and it's been fun. Basically, I've been playing games. I've been sort of just chatting and all that great stuff. So if you want to be able to follow me there, I would really appreciate it at twitch.tv/Steve Saylor. All right, let's jump into the news because literally as I was about to start recording, I already had all the news ready to go for today, and the BAFTAs decided to drop a video of the BAFTA Game Awards nominees. Excuse me, this is for 20, yeah, and we actually have Ali Plum. If you know with BBC, actually, Ali Plum is mostly movies, so it's kind of interesting that he's sort of announcing the nominees for the gaming side on video. So let's watch. I have not watched this video yet. I don't know what the nominees are. So let's pause on my music and let's watch. Let's see what Ali Plum
I'm Ali Plum,
has to say.
and it is my incredible honour to be revealing to you the nominees for this year's BAFTA Games Awards. From AAA juggernaut blockbusters to incredible experiences delivered by small single-digit teams and everything in between. It's been another incredible year for video games, and we are here to honour and celebrate those games and the people that make them the only way we know how. With these. Thank you, thank you. So, without any further ado,
the BAFTAs actually always do look cool.
Game design
the statue.
Animal Well, Astrobot, Balatro, Helldivers 2, The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, Tactical Breach Wizards. The nominees for...
Oh, well, okay, well, hold on. Let's go back a little bit just to hear. Okay, we got game design, Animal Well, Astrobot, Balatro, Helldivers 2,
Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom,
and Tactical Breach Wizards. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, pretty much you got like Helldivers 2, I think definitely has a good shot in there. Obviously, Balatro, Astrobot, kind of, they're pretty much your, I would say your standard sort of nominees. But the Tactical Breach Wizards, that actually is something that I did not think that I would see in there. I've seen clips of this, but I've never actually seen anybody really talk about it that much. So it's interesting that that's getting added on to the nominees list here. So that's pretty cool.
The nominees for Performer in a Supporting Role are Abby Greenland and
Helen Golan. Senua's Saga. Okay.
Helen Golan in Senua's Saga.
I imagine they're the voices of the muses in Senua's head. That's why I imagine who these two actresses are.
Saga Hellblade 2. Aldis Amma Hamilton in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Oh, okay.
John Blythe in Thank Goodness You're Here. Karen Dunbar in Still Wakes the Deep.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Berry.
Yeah, thank goodness you're here. Okay.
Michael Abubakar in Still Wakes the Deep. The nominee.
Okay, all right. Those are some pretty good those are some pretty good actors and also some pretty good games. By the way, if you've never played Thank Goodness You're Here, definitely recommend it. Not exactly the ultimate like kind of best accessible game. It's mostly like, but it's actually pretty decent. Basically, you're kind of just walking around and you're slapping people or slapping things. It's so weird and wild and funny. If you like British humor, like dry British humor or just British humor in general, this you gotta check it out. If you've not checked out Thank Goodness You're Here, it's and again, accessibility wise, wish there could be certain things that are better. There's no navigational assistance. There's no screen reader, but there is like all voice dialogue, which is great. There is subtitles, which is great. But being able to like kind of find your way around for blind players might be a little bit difficult. I found it a little bit difficult sometimes, but it's like a quick 2-hour game. Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Nominees for animation are Astrobot,
right. Okay.
Call of Duty, Black Ops 6,
Interesting.
Lego Horizon Adventures,
Okay.
Saylor Saga, Hellblade 2. Thank goodness you're here. Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2.
I have a feeling that Hellblade and what was it? I think it was Hellblade.
6. Lego Horizon.
Call of Duty has a pretty decent chance, and Lego Horizon, mainly because of obviously Lego animation and stuff like that. They have a pretty good chance for this category. I don't know if I would say what would be the ultimate the ultimate sort of winner in this one, so I don't know.
40,000, Space Marine 2. The nominees for multiplayer are Call of Duty Black Ops.
Okay, yeah, that's given.
Helldivers 2.
Yeah, I think that's probably
Lego
going to win.
Horizon Adventures.
No, it's not going to win.
Super Mario Party.
That might win.
Tekken 8.
That might win too. And
Hammer 40,000, Space Marine 2.
Ooh, that's an interesting sort of throw in there. I'm willing to say it's probably going to be Helldivers 2, but it's also, you got
Lego
Super Mario in there.
Adventures. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Tekken
Yeah,
8.
and then Tekken 8.
Warhammer 40,000.
And then Warhammer 40,000. I don't know what I would say would be the winner for this one. I don't know. I get by the way, all these, if you have any comments about these, leave them on the comments down below.
Space Marine 2. The nominees for artistic achievement.
Artistic achievement, okay.
Astrobot,
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong.
Okay, yeah.
Harold Halibut.
Okay.
Never.
Oh.
Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2. Still Wakes the Deep.
Ooh, that's interesting. Let's go. So Neva, I think, is a pretty good shot. Astrobot definitely has a pretty good shot.
Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong, I don't know. I mean, for artistic achievement, that I don't know. I think potentially, yeah. I can see why it's nominated for sure, but I don't know whether it would win. Harold Halibut, yeah, that definitely is a great art style for sure. Neva's got a great art style, 100%. I mean, the artistic achievement in this one is just mostly due to motion capture and animation. So that's probably definitely 100% why it got nominated. But it still Wakes the Deep. I don't know about that one. I played it. It's pretty, it has a pretty good aesthetic, but artistic achievement, I don't know.
The Deep. The nominees for Evolving Game are
Evolving Game. So this is probably like your games of service. So Diablo 4 with Vessel of Hatred.
Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Okay.
No Man's Sky.
Ooh.
Sea of Thieves.
Ooh.
Vampire Survivors. World of Warcraft.
Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. Because, yeah. Okay, let's see.
The nominees for Evolving Game are...
I mean, you got Diablo 4 is doing a great job with their seasons and their expansions. They've been killing it. Final Fantasy 14 is always in the mix.
14 Online. No
Man's Sky is pretty much probably one of the best evolving games right now. It's been constantly updated since it launched, probably like well over 10 years ago now. And it's still going.
Sky.
Sea of Thieves, yep, totally, 100%, yep. Definitely still constantly evolving. Vampire Survivors, I think, yeah, they definitely have updated quite a bit.
World of
Warcraft, sure.
The nominees for debut game.
That's also like 2 games from Blizzard, by the way, in this. Love that. Seeing Diablo and Diablo and World of Warcraft.
Animal Well.
So debut game, Animal Well.
Balatro.
Okay.
Pacific Drive.
Okay.
The Plucky Squire.
Okay.
Tales of Kenzera.
Ooh.
Zao. Thank goodness you're here. The nominee.
Ooh. Thank goodness you're here. Tales of Kenzera Zao. Balatro are kind of the 3 that I'm thinking could win. Balatro probably is going to win. It's just winning all over the place. So of course, yeah, that's my guess.
Nominees for audio achievement are
audio achievement.
Well,
okay.
Astrobot.
Okay.
Helldivers 2.
Okay.
Senua's Saga.
I think that one's got a good chance.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Ooh, that's it still Wakes the Deep.
The nominee.
Okay. Audio achievement, I think probably Hellblade. That's my guess.
Nominees for music are Astrobot.
Okay, yeah.
Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Sure.
Hell Divers 2.
Sure, yeah.
Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah. Yeah.
The nominees.
I think Star Wars has a good chance. I love the soundtrack for that. I think Helldivers 2 is probably like my
Senua's
favorite out of
Saga,
all of them.
Hellblade 2.
It's just a kick-ass
The
soundtrack.
nominees for family are Astrobot.
Okay, yeah, that's winning.
Cat Quest 3.
That's
Lego Horizon Adventures.
no, not gonna
Little
win.
Kitty.
That's got a good chance.
The Plucky Squire.
Got a good chance.
Super Mario Party.
Definitely have a very good chance.
The nominees
But 100% is going to Astrobot. Like that's it's a given.
for Game Beyond Entertainment are
Oh.
Botany Manor.
Oh. I wonder what Game Beyond Entertainment is. It's kind of like a sit and chill kind of game.
Kind Words 2 Lo-Fi City Pop. Senua's Saga.
Oh,
Hellblade.
I wonder if this is sort of like the social impact kind of category.
Tales of Kenzera Zao. Tetris Forever. Vampire Therapist.
Okay.
The nominees for
Okay. That's an interesting category. I'd be very curious to kind of dive into those and see why.
new intellectual property are
The new game.
Balatro.
Okay, yeah.
Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
Metaphor Refantasy.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
Still Wakes the Deep.
Okay.
Thank goodness you're here. The nominees.
I think that's probably the only category I could see where Balatro has a pretty decent competition, because you've got this Metaphor Refantasio in the mix. Ooh, that's interesting. All right.
Nominees for technical achievement are
Technical achievement?
Astrobot.
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
Call of Duty Black Ops
Sure,
6,
that's usually wins in these kind of
Senua's Saga,
categories. That,
Hellblade
yeah.
2, Tiny Glade.
Oh,
Warhammer 40,000 Space
okay.
Marine 2.
Yeah, sure.
The nominees
I would say probably Astrobot. Just Astrobot.
for narrative are Black Myth Wukong.
There, okay.
Dragon Age The Veil.
Oh, yay! Dragon Age actually got one. Nice.
God. Final Fantasy VII
Okay.
Rebirth. Metaphor Refantasy.
Oh, I think that's gonna win.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
Still Wakes the
Yeah, I really do think that a Metaphor is gonna win.
The nominees
100%.
for British game are
British game. Okay.
A Highland Song.
Okay.
Lego Horizon Adventures.
Oh. Okay.
Paper Trail.
Uh huh.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Okay.
Still Wakes the
I think that one's gonna win. I think I have a pretty good feeling about that one.
Thank goodness.
Or that
you're
one.
here.
Thank goodness you're
The
here. That's
nominees
very
for
British.
Performer in a leading role are
Okay.
Alec Newman in Still Wakes the Deep.
Okay.
Umberlee Gonzalez in
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Love Cave S.
Isabella Inchbald in
Oh, Indica. Okay.
Luke Roberts in Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
Melina Jurgens in Senua's Saga
Yep.
Hellblade
That
2.
makes sense.
Ilan Noel in Call of Duty
Okay.
Black Ops 6. The nominees
Okay. You know what? Hey, that's a pretty good. That's pretty good list. Let's see. Let's go back to it. Alec Newman.
Still
I will say I have played Still Wakes the Deep. Definitely Alec Newman is a great protagonist for sure.
Umberlee Gonzalez.
Of course, we love
Star
Cave
Wars
S. Umberlee Gonzalez.
Isabella Inchbald in
As Indica, I played a little bit of Indica. Very weird game, but she's pretty decent.
Indica. Luke Roberts in Silent Hill.
We've been playing Silent Hill 2 on stream, and I'm definitely understanding Luke Roberts. Although I still say to this day, James looks a lot like Ryan Atwood from OC, doesn't he? That may be just me, but just so looks like an adult Ryan Atwood.
Hill 2. Melina Jurgens.
Yes.
In Senua's Saga.
Yes. Met Melina in at Game Awards. Absolutely wonderful. And definitely deserved the win at the Game Awards this year. So yeah, and she won basically. That was her second time winning the Game Awards for the same character. So yeah.
Hellblade 2. Ilan Noel.
Hey, we got a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 one. All right, so he played. Yeah, and yeah, okay. I could see that.
Black Ops 6.
I don't know who would win in that one. I would say probably Melina would be my choice. Alec Newman also pretty good. Yeah, and then Umberlee Gonzalez. I mean, that's my kind of like Cave S. That's kind of my own personal sort of. I don't know if she'd win, but we'll see.
The nominees for Best Game are
Best game.
Astrobot.
Astrobot. Okay.
Balatro.
Balatro.
Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
Hell Divers 2.
Okay.
The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Thank goodness you're here.
Okay. All right. So best game for the BAFTA Game Awards. Let's go through them again. Astrobot. Balatro.
Black Myth Wukong.
Okay. Black Myth, yeah.
Divers 2.
Uh-huh.
The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Ooh.
Thank goodness you're here.
Ooh. Those are very interesting. That's again, it's we're not no surprises for really on any of these. I mean, we've got Astrobot and Balatro in the same category for Game of the Year, which they have been on multiple Game of the Year lists. Who do I think could win? Because it's the BAFTAs, I could see Astrobot winning over Balatro, but it depends on if Balatro gets any other wins. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know who would I win in that situation. If it's a toss-up between Balatro and Astrobot, I'd almost kind of give the edge to Astrobot, but also Balatro. I don't know. What do you think?
Winners will be announced on Tuesday, the 8th of April at 7 p.m. live on BAFTA's Twitch and YouTube. You can also follow along on BAFTA's X and Blue Sky at BAFTA Games, as well as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at BAFTA. But wait, there's more.
There's more?
To celebrate the BAFTA Games Awards, BAFTA are asking a pretty big question. What is the most influential game ever? Have your say and head over to BAFTA.org to cast your vote now. The results will be unveiled on Thursday, the 20th of March. In the meantime, I'm stealing this, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Thanks, BAFTA.
All right, Allie. Okay. Interesting. We got a good sort of range of nominees. Nothing really kind of super surprising. I think we've got pretty much a lot of like games you would sort of expect.
Once upon a time, there was a plucky squire.
I mean, yeah, they're all like look at all these games, like 100%. They kind of make sense.
I just want to get my Mary back.
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance.
Okay, yeah. Even looking at these, I'm like, yeah, I want to play all these again, or for the first time.
Join the Hell Divers.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
We shape our own destiny.
Magic sure is weird.
Man, they've got so many. There's so many great games. So many great games that came out last year. And if this year's any indication, it's going to be a great year.
What will I become?
Run.
I've been watching you, vampire.
Man, this trailer's getting me hyped. This trailer is definitely getting me hyped.
My work here's done. Laters, mister.
Thanks.
Okay, all right. So that is the BAFTA Game Awards nominees, and I guess we'll see on April. What was it? April 8th was what they said. Yeah, I think they said April 8th. Okay, pretty interesting list. Again, nothing really kind of out of the ordinary as far as any surprises. I mean, it makes sense that like games like Thank Goodness You're Here, Still Wakes the Deep has multiple nominations because it is very British. Excuse me, but I think that there's some pretty like there's some great games in there. And it'd be very, there was a few kind of like potential winners in there. There's nothing really kind of stand out as like the ultimate winner for each category. In some cases, yes. Some cases, no. So it's a good range of nominees, I think. Love that. All right, moving on to the next story. Apparently, now I'm recording this in the morning before the official announcement is made, so bear with me. This is over by Chris Scullion over at VGC. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.4 release date and pre-order details leaked ahead of official announcement. The game will release this summer with 3 editions. Insider Bilbo Kuhn, who has a lengthy track record of leaking new hardware and software ahead of official reveals, says the game will be released on July 11th. According to Bilbo Kuhn, the game will be available in 3 separate editions: a standard edition for $49.99, a deluxe edition for $69.99, and a collector's edition for $129.99. The deluxe edition will reportedly include Doomslayer and Revenant skaters, a hoverboard shaped like the Unmaker from Doom, and what Bilbo Kuhn simply describes as in-game music. It's not clear whether this is also from Doom. The collector's edition will be available on Xbox Series X, PS5, and Switch only, but it's not yet been revealed what it will include. The deluxe and collector's edition will also include 3 days early access. Players who pre-order any version of the game will get a wireframe Tony shader and access to a demo featuring the Foundry level once it's released. It is now practically certain that the countdown clock currently on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater website, which is set to run out at 1 p.m. Eastern today, is for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.4 or 3+4. Even the phrase the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or THPS 3-4 countdown was reportedly discovered in the website's code before being removed, and the Singapore Game Rating Board has already rated the game for Nintendo Switch, PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox Series consoles. Iron Galaxy, the studio behind the PC version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, is named on the teaser site. The studio recently worked on Killer Instinct and Rumbleverse, in addition to co-developing remastered Crash and Spyro trilogies. So this has been something that's been kind of like, obviously it's been like, there is a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game coming, and a lot of people have been probably correctly speculating that it's going to be 3+4, given that we've already got 1+2 as a remake. So I'd be very curious to see what the actual announcement is, whether these leaks sort of line up. But that makes sense. I mean, I July 11th, sure, yeah, coming out this summer, totally fine. And it seems that the standard edition is $49.99. Now that's US dollars, so it is technically $20 cheaper than a regular priced game at $70. Interesting that they have Doom as kind of a pre-order. Like, was it? I guess the deluxe edition. Yeah, the deluxe edition will reportedly have Doom kind of coded around it, so basically you get to play as skate as a Doom Slayer. That's interesting. I'm very curious to kind of see what that's like. I, for one, am also interested in what the soundtrack is going to be like, whether we're keeping with the same original soundtrack as the original 3 and 4. We're very curious about that. That's kind of always been a staple for Tony Hawk. It's been a while since I played Tony Hawk anything. I remember playing them very fondly back in the day when I was a kid, or teenager, as I should say. So I'd be very curious to see what this remake is going to look like, but we'll know more official details as of 1 p.m. today. Yeah, I guess we'll see if these leaks are true. So for now, basically look for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 coming July 11th. And then next we've got, again, this is coming from Jordan Miller over at VGC. We have Monster Hunter Wilds is the fastest selling Capcom game ever. The game, which was released on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S on Friday, has sold 8 million units in 3 days, which Capcom says eclipses any previous release from the company. The previous entry in the series, Monster Hunter World, is currently the best-selling Capcom title ever. As of January, the game has sold 28.1 million copies, meaning that during its opening weekend, Monster Hunter Wilds has managed to clear more than a quarter of Monster Hunter World's lifetime sales. In a statement confirming the news, Capcom said following the game's announcement, Capcom promoted the appeal of Monster Hunter Wilds to a broad audience worldwide, exhilarating the title at global video game events, and holding an online open beta test to give many players a chance to try it, while also providing updates on game information via the online events such as Monster Hunter Wilds Showcase. As a result of these continuous global initiatives, Monster Hunter Wilds has evoked massive excitement and achieved sales of 8 million units in 3 days, the fastest any game has done so in Capcom's history. Capcom remains firmly committed to satisfying the expectations of all users by leveraging its industry-leading game development capabilities in order to create highly entertaining gameplay experiences. Did anyone else tune out during that during that paragraph as I did? I am legit. I'm so sorry. I legit blacked out while reading that paragraph. I hope I said everything correctly. The new game Monster Hunter Wilds has been well received by players and critics, earning scores of 90 consoles and 88 on PC on review aggregation site Metacritic. VGC's 5-star Monster Hunter Wilds review called it a victory lap for Capcom's golden age. I have yet to be able to play more of Monster Hunter Wilds since picking it up the other day before the game kind of was officially released. I am going to be jumping back into that. I think I'm going to be jumping back into that again today while I'm on stream. So if you want to check that out, make sure to come find me on Twitch. There was some there's quite a few people who commented on that video that gave me suggestions on what settings I should change. Thank you for that. Actually, I will go in and I'll take a look at definitely the different settings. I took a look at a lot of them, but I didn't realize that there are certain settings in there that helps make the game a little bit more accessible than just kind of what I've saw, which is kind of a first for me. Normally, whenever I look through the settings, I can usually pretty much pick out what can be accessible and what's not. But if they're like, this is the first time that I've ever actually received feedback on, if you do these settings, this helps out a lot for low vision. And I'm like, okay, I can't believe I missed any of that stuff. So that's a first for me. So I will take that feedback and I'm going to go give it a try. And then I'm going to see if my opinion changes with the new settings that have been changed. So we shall see. But for now, I'm still gonna be doing a review on it. I got a list of games that I got to review. So stay tuned for more of those, because I've got plenty of them on the way. Definitely from some older games from last year. So and Monster Hunter Wilds is definitely one of them. But congrats to Capcom. Congrats to Monster Hunter Wilds. Capcom again is just killing it right now. And yes, even though I have some issues and concerns with Monster Hunter Wilds in regards to accessibility, Capcom has also been killing it lately on accessibility. They haven't really done a super huge amount, which is fine. But like they're getting better, they're improving, and at least they're making an effort in accessibility, which is always great to see. So congrats to Capcom, you're killing it right now. Obviously, and it just they've within the past several years they've been actually like releasing hit after hit after hit, and it's so great to be able to see. And yeah, that's awesome. So anywho, that's gonna be actually it for today's news. I was gonna talk about a bit of the previews of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, but I kind of want to reserve a little bit of that until kind of more closer to launch for reviews, because I'm still kind of on the fence about this one, mainly for accessibility. So I don't want to necessarily, even though the gameplay, there's gameplay out there, I've already watched a few of the previews, and there's nothing really that I've seen that's anything different that kind of that I haven't commented on before in regards to what essentially what accessibility it looks like it has and what accessibility it doesn't look like it has. I'm gonna I would encourage you to go check out some of the previews and let me know what you think of Expedition 33. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Let me know in the comments below. Speaking of which, again, if you have any questions about anything that I talked about today, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. Make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube as well as on podcast services. Would really appreciate it. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.